Hello and welcome to your warm-up and mobility routine. It is always best before a hard, high-intensity session to warm the body, warm the joints and get ready for training. So today we're going to do just that. Follow this routine before every single training session. We're starting off just kicking the legs from side to side. So just kicking back and forth, loosening off those legs. And then we're moving in to some ankle rolls. So put the pressure through the ball of the foot and just roll the ankle round and round. You can go 4 or 5 times clockwise and 4 or 5 times anti-clockwise, just mobilizing that ankle joint. Next, we're on to bouncing on the toes, nice and light on the feet, starting to slowly raise that heart rate. Nice deep breaths, pulling the oxygen in, filling up those lungs with air and exhaling as much as physically possible. Really open up those lungs now. Deep breaths. Okay, now we're on to butt kickers to loosen off those knees a little bit. So kicking those heels right up to the glutes. Keeping nice and light on the toes. And again, nice deep breaths. Back to bouncing on those toes. Big deep breaths. Okay, we're moving into high knees now. We're not going too quick, about 50% of your max. Just raising those knees up in line with the hips. And we're back again. Bouncing on the toes. Back to high knees. Really drive those arms. Back to the toes. Deep breaths. Okay, back to kicking those feet. Breathe. Deep breaths. All right, now going down. And we're going to open up those hips. So one big step forward. Push your hips down, and you're going to feel that stretch through the hips. This is really good for opening up those hips for squats, lunges, getting ready for that high intensity work. We must open up those hips. They get really tight, especially as you're a few days into the program. This is really going to help your mobility and flexibility in that area. So make sure we do this one for as long as you need to loosen the hips. Drive right forward. Now we're going to turn out the hand at the same time. So keep your core tight and rotate the hand. Leg forward, rotate. Leg forward and rotate. Keep your core tight. Rotate. Rotate. You should really feel this through those hips. Rotate. Really pull your stomach in as you rotate. Good. Okay, now we're opening the gate, as we call it. So we're opening up those hips. Big rotations, go as far as you physically can. Open out. Little jog, open out. Little jog, open out. Perfect. That's it, go as far around as you possibly can. As you go through this program, you'll find that your range of movement will actually increase as you practice this one. Okay, shake the legs off. And now straight leg kicks. You're going to feel this one through the hamstring. Try and keep the leg as straight as possible. And bring a hand up to meet the toes. You're going to feel this pull through the hamstring. That's it. Little bounce, kick. Little bounce, kick. Little bounce, kick. Try and get into a rhythm with this one. As you carry on, you'll find that you can open up more and more as you progress through the kicks. So if you're particularly tight, do it for a little bit longer. Alright, next, we're just going to put the feet together and take one leg away as high as we can, return to the middle, and then take the other leg away. Just warming the outside of those hips. Keep your core engaged, raise up and down. Shake off again. Now we're going to do some rotations. Keep your core tight. You're going to feel this through the core. It's going to open up the spine. Just rotate right through. Make sure you pivot the foot on the floor as well. And just naturally roll through. Continue to breathe as you roll through. Next, we're just going to stretch over and reach our hand down the opposite leg. Just feel that stretch down the side of the body. We're not going to hold it for very long, as we're more looking to mobilize the body rather than stretch it at the beginning. We're looking to mobilize and stretch, 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 stretch. There we go, but we're keeping moving. We're not just holding the stretch. This is all about mobility, getting the muscles ready to move in any direction, because the training we do is so erratic. Okay, now the shoulders. Let's do big rotations backwards. Reach as far as you physically can. Big rotations. We're going to go backwards and forwards. Big rotations. You can see I'm reaching up as high as I can. I'm keeping my core tight. So we're improving the range of movement in those shoulders. And now we're going up and down, up and down. So they're coming from the sides and up and up. Again, keeping yourself nice and straight, good posture. All right, now just those arms, just shaking them off. We're all about mobilizing the joints. Think about each joint and what movement it makes. Now we're onto the wrists. So what movement do they make? And now we're seeing that here. Just rotate round. Every part of the body is ready to train. Okay, next, the neck, of course. Big rotations. You can go clockwise and anti-clockwise. Big rotations round. You may feel a little bit dizzy after this one. Don't worry, it's completely normal. I still feel dizzy every single time I do this. So just let yourself center again before you're ready to move on to the next thing. Next, we're going to sit back on our heels, reach our hands out in front because we're looking to lengthen those lower back muscles and that back. Alright, this one is more of a stretch, but there is some mobilizing in it, which is here. So we do the cat stretch. We round off the back and look down, dip down and look up. Round off and look down, dip down and look up. Round off and look down, dip and look up. Okay, then we lean forward with the hips and go as far as you can. If you have a back problem, don't go too far, just go where it's comfortable and then come all the way back again to the start. Great routine for a tight lower back. Now we're back on the toes again, so we've mobilized and now we're just continuing with the warm-up phase. So we're going to bring that heart rate up again and we're into high knees once more. And stop. Bouncing on the toes. And high knees again, drive, drive, drive. Start to up the intensity now. Really start to warm the body up. Let's go, go, go. Okay, light on the toes again. That's it, nice and light. Deep breaths, remember. Really pull that oxygen in. And drive, drive, drive. Everything you've got, drive, drive, drive. Get that heart rate up as high as physically possible. We want to be ready to train, okay? And easy again. Nice and light on the toes. Getting warm now. And drive, drive, drive. Knees up, knees up, knees up. jogging on the spot again. Now let's move into some star jumps. Make sure them hands are coming right above the head. Nice and light on the toes. Deep breaths. That's it. Arms up. Right above the head. Okay, kicking off the feet again. Deep breaths. Okay, moving into some squats now. Sit back through the heel, keep the chest up. I want you to sit back as far as physically possible. You can see I'm going below the kneecap, but my knees are not coming over my toes. I'm squeezing the quads at the top, that's why you see that brief pause, and I'm engaging my glute muscles. What we're doing is encouraging that oxygenated blood into our legs so that our joints are nice and warm and we reduce that risk of injury. Deep breaths. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Now we're moving in to some push-ups. Nice and low. If you can't do full body push-ups, don't worry. Just go onto your knees and do exactly the same thing. We want nice full reps. Remember, this is the warm-up. We must have good form. If you start skimping on the form, your muscles will not develop, they will not get stronger, and you will get injured much more easily. So make sure we're going low. Okay, we're back on our feet again. Big lunge. So big step forward, drop the back knee. That's it, and drive up. Big step forward, drop the back knee. Big step forward, drop the back knee. That's it. Good. Drive up. Drive up. That's it. See, there's a nice right angle in that front leg. And just as my knee starts to pass the front foot, I'm moving back up again. Perfect. Okay, well done. Moving on to our backs now. Knees in the air, cross the arms on the chest. And we're just going to do a little abdominal crunch now. Now this exercise is great for just warming that core, getting it ready to go. You're not looking to come too high, don't strain your neck, just focus on engaging your core at the top of the movement. Engage and release, engage and release. That's all you're focusing on. Not how many reps you do, just engaging the core. Okay, great. Now we're moving into lower back raises. Drive up. Imagine there's a piece of string at the top of your shoulders and someone's pulling you up. At the same time, you can lift your toes off the floor to just increase contraction in the lower back. We're just making sure that lower back is activated and ready to train. It's all about muscle activation in this warm-up. High intensity training is exactly that. It's high intensity. We must be ready, we must be prepared. Now stretching that lower back out again, reach the hands out as far in front as possible and back on your feet. Back to some star jumps now. Let's just keep raising that heart rate. This is a nice long warm-up, guys, really important. You will not get injuries if you stick to this warm-up. Big star jumps, arms right above the head.